Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Karkadash. Double honors to the elders who are preaching this word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And I say shalom to you Akim out there. And this is a sit-down lesson that I'm about to bring out along with this news article and bring out the scripture with it as well too. And this is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9, and it reads through the Holy Scriptures. Proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty man. Let all the men of war draw. Let all the men of war draw near and let them come up. And this is a news article right here, and this goes into the recent talks of the president Kevin McCarthy. The House representative, the House Speaker of Kevin McCarthy. I meant to say reiterate that. That's Salakia, slip of the tongue, Salakia. But with that recent meeting with the president of Taiwan and the meeting she had with House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, and now that that kind of infuriates China. If there was going to be a potential invasion of Taiwan, because the United States are allies and unofficial allies with Taiwan, if China was going to invade Taiwan, and this comment come from the congressman saying that he certainly will approve for the United States to go war with China to protect Taiwan, And this is a news article. I just want to add a note to that. This is RT.com as of April 8th. This is April 8th of 2023. It says This is a home world news, and it reads, U.S. ready for war with China. Congressman. It says the U.S. Congress would approve troop deployment to Taiwan should China attack the island. Representation of Michael McCard says. It says the U.S. Congress will authorize a direct military confrontation with China if Beijing launches an attack against Taiwan. The House Foreign Affairs Committee Chairman Michael McCall told Fox News on Friday evening the Texas Republican representative was talking from Taipei during a 3-day bipartisan delegation visit to the self-governing island. It says the American lawmakers would consent to putting boots on the ground if people in the U.S. supports the measures. McCall said without elaborating on how exactly should support would be measured if Communist China invades Taiwan. It would certainly be on the table, and certainly that would discuss the Congress and with the American people. He said, adding that if the American people support this, Congress will follow. However, maybe people on the right-hand side might agree with that, but people on the left-hand side might not agree with that. I just want to add a note to that. But continuing on with the reading, it says, however, McCall accents that a conflict is always a last resort and described the U.S. delegation's visit as a way to provide deterrence to China. The U.S.-China relations has previously been screened by the visits of the American delegations to Taiwan, which China considers an inalienable part of its sovereign territories. It says the representative also maintained that discussions about a potential use of force by America in the Indo-Pacific region serves as a deterrent for peace, since you don't have NATO in the Pacific during otherwise would mean inviting aggression and war, McCall claimed. It says Beijing has repeatedly oppose Taiwan's contract with the United States. The Chinese foreign minister warned on Wednesday that the Taiwan issue is the first red line that must not be crossed. The China-U.S. relations. Washington formally adheres to the One China policy, which Taiwan is considered a integral part of China. At the same time, the U.S. enjoys the close, informed relations with the self-governing islands and supply it with weapons. It says Washington has ramped up military support for Taiwan in recent months. In the Wall Street Journal report, it was reported that the U.S. was planning to increase its troop presence on the island from 30 to 100 and 200 soldiers as it seeks to help Taiwan make the island harder to assault in early March. The United States Department also announced that it was approving arms sales to Taipei, including $619 million worth of motion for F-16 fighter jets. It says on Saturday, the Chinese military announced the launch of 3 days of exercise in the Taiwan Strait. The drills held at the same time as McCall visits to Taipei, as just days after Taiwanese leader Tsai Ing-wen returned from the United States, was designed as a warning to Taiwan and external forces, the Chinese military says. So, as I'm gonna bring that out again, this is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9, and it reads through the Holy Scriptures. Proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty man, let all the men of war draw near. Right, because we're seeing the preparation of the mindset of these nations are in that warlike mindset. That's why it says in the book of Joel 3 and 9, wake up the mighty men, prepare war. So this is in the current time and seasons that we are in, So it's going to continue to escalate and increase more and more between these nations and different kingdoms, I'm going to bring out the Matthews 24 and 6 as well, too. So this is going to escalate further more and more, if it exactly get to that point, as the congressman made that statement, said, hey, if the American people approve that, I also approve that as well, too. That we will actually have more boots on the ground and actually go to war with China if China invades Taiwan, because the United States and Taiwan, they are allies, and China is a support and protects Taiwan as well too, because they look at them as an ally, against China, So China and the United States, tensions are going to stir up over Taiwan and the Taiwan Strait if there's a potential invasion of China to invade Taiwan Island, And this is Matthews 24 and 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, right? Because this is a rumor of war, of a potential of China might invade Taiwan, as you have the United States as allies with Taiwan. So that's what you call a war of rumors of wars. And I'm reading again for edification's sake. This is Matthews 24 and 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must first come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right, because it's going to continue to escalate once more, now so more than ever. I'm going to go to the next verse. This is Matthews 24 and 7, and it reads through the Holy Scriptures. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Right. This is what you call nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. And the increasing wars and rumors of wars. And the Joel 3 and 9 proclaim ye amongst the Gentiles, prepare for war. So this is what currently the mindset of these other nations. They are in that preparing for war mindset, So it's going to continue to increase more and more. So this was just a sit-down lesson that I wanted to bring out of this recent news article, of this recent statement of Michael McCall. He's a congressman at the part of the United States. And it says U.S. is ready for war with China, if there was a possibility of a potential invasion from China to invade Taiwan, and the congressman said, hey, we're ready to deploy troops and ready to go to war with China if necessary. So with that, once again, hopefully this lesson was edifying of this recent news article as of April the 8th, 2023 of RT.com, alternative world news around the world. So with that, I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders for preaching his word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And until next time, I would say shalom.